Welcome to the second of our tutorials on using Copilots and Gemini to help you with surveys. In the previous tutorial, which you can find in the link for humanaugmented.com beneath this video, we created our survey in Forms. It's now live and we've collected several sample responses. As you can see, it looks professional and clean when loaded in the browser. MS Forms itself provides a comprehensive overview of the data that has collected in some rather effective charts, providing easy-to-understand snapshots of people's responses. One of the problems, however, of using your data this way is that it's difficult to use across different programs or to access outside of Forms itself. As such, Forms expects you to use Excel to allow different analysis of the data that's being collected. You can either click on the link to the right to open it in Excel for the web, or download it to work in Excel on the desktop, which is where you'll be able to use Copilot to help analyze it. When your form has been opened in Excel for desktop, you'll now be able to use Copilot to perform additional analysis of the data. If it's not already open, click on the Copilot icon in the ribbon bar to open it on the right-hand side. This loads Copilot with several suggestions on how to analyze your data. In this particular instance, I'll ask it a fairly simple question in terms of creating a table that analyzes some of the output. I'm now asking it to create a chart that shows how likely people are to recommend the product. This will create a very simple bar chart, which shows those in favor or less in favor of recommending Copilot to other users. This chart can be embedded in the Excel file itself or shared between other applications. If you create a new sheet, you can then insert that chart and it will be added to your Excel document. To be honest, using Copilot to create charts from data is a fairly simple task, but although it saves you a little bit of time with more complicated data, it's something that we don't recommend for reasons we'll explain at the end of this video. Where Copilot is really useful, however, is in terms of analyzing free-form qualitative data in text boxes, which is something that can be very time-consuming for an individual. In this case, I'm asking it to analyze users' frustrations with Copilot, and it then searches through the fields where users have been able to enter free-form text. This gives us a simple response quickly because our sample only has a few responses. Where there are large tables with lots of data, however, this kind of information can be quite difficult to analyze. I want to drill down a bit deeper beyond this simple data for a more general report of how people experience frustrations. Copilot answers this by grouping responses together to find the main challenges, which include access issues, knowledge or ability to use the program, and the quality of answers. You could generate this response yourself, but when you're working with large data sets, it is extremely useful to use Copilot to provide a top-level analysis. It is, however, worth pointing out that when you use Copilot to perform this kind of analysis, your use of AI within applications such as Excel is not unlimited. Depending on the type of account that you have, you're given a certain number of credits each month. Every time that you use an AI prompt in Microsoft 365 to use Copilot, for example, to perform an analysis of a spreadsheet or produce a PowerPoint, then you'll use up one of those credits in your balance. It's something just to bear in mind. With most consumer accounts, you're given 60 of these credits each month, so it becomes very easy to use up your allocation within a short period.